What up, guys? Welcome back to Grizzly Tarot. My name is Dan, and today I decided I'm going to do a little bit of a different read. So, since we just had the Aries full moon, full moons are about reflection and releasing toxicity from your life so that you can align to what's really for your highest good, right? So that you go into this new phase, this new moon cycle, chasing your highest good, really. So what I decided to do is I'm going to pull two cards for each sign. The first card is going to be something that you should work on releasing. The second card is something that you should work on embracing, okay? I also have a Moonology Oracle deck that I'm going to pull one card for each sign. Now, remember, these are general messages, so they may or may not resonate. They may not make sense to you. So if it doesn't make sense to you, it's probably not your message. These can also resonate to your sun, moon, or rising sign. So if you want, go ahead and check those out too. They may make more sense for you. And also, if you'd like to purchase a personal reading, feel free to send me an email at grizzlytarot@gmail.com, and I can get you set up with that. And if you forget that, just look down in the description. It's right there. Also, if you guys want to check out my Instagram account, I have that link down below too. And yeah, so let's just jump right into it. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. Something they need to release and something they need to embrace. Okay, Aries, so what you have the Queen of Wands for what you need to release. I think you need to release almost a sense of being too confident for your own good. The Queen of Wands is someone who is very confident, very sure of herself, knows her self-worth, knows who she is, right? Now, being that that's something that you need to release, I think you just need to dial back the confidence. And this is a very Aries-like personality trait. And I'm sorry if that triggers anybody, but I know a lot of Aries, and they're all very confident, and it can come off as like being too confident and being cocky, okay? So you just need to work on like kind of leveling that out and making sure you're not coming across cocky. Yes, maintain that confidence, absolutely. Always maintain your confidence, but make sure you're not just coming across like an arrogant dick or like a really cocky dick. You know what I mean? Now, what you have to embrace here is the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Ten of Swords is like the card of like deception, betrayal, extreme turmoil and pain, kind of like getting stabbed in the back. In the reverse, I always like to read it as like letting those swords fall out of your back, okay, and releasing all that pain and hurt from your past, right? It's a 10, so it's a completion of a cycle. So what you need to embrace during this full moon time is completing that painful cycle and letting the swords fall out so that you can start a new cycle that's not as painful and that can hopefully be a lot better. Okay, so that's what I would recommend you embracing though. Aries, one card please, Spirit. These cards are huge. All right. Aries, you have new moon in Aries. How fitting. It's time to take action. So I'm going to find that real quick. And give me 2 seconds. Where is it? There's new moon in Aries. The flame is lit. A wonderful new start beckons, and you're on the right track. Drawing this card is a superbly positive sign if there is something you want to happen in your life. Take this card as a big yes from the universe. Take this card. Oh, whoops. Read that line again. This is the time to really tune into your dreams. You may still have a long way to go. After all, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, but you're on your way. Determination, self-assertion, and bravery are called for, but the hot fire of Aries is driving you forward towards success in whatever endeavor you're asking about. The caution, don't go too fast and forget your manners. Treat people well as you charge forward towards your goal. You'll create much better karma for yourself. I'm realizing I now have to read in front of everyone who watches all these videos. I'm screwed. I can read somewhat well, but as you can see, I trip up a bit. So this should be interesting. All right. So attune to the moon. Don't even think about giving up. Additional meanings for this card. Do your best and be happy with that. Avoid being brash right now. You need a 12-month plan. A new male partner is coming into your life. A new male is coming into your life, sorry. The teaching. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, so the new moon in Aries is the first of the 12 or 13 new moons of the year. If you're committed to working with all the lunations, then the new moon in Aries is the right time to start. And drawing this card, no matter when you do it, signifies it's also the ideal time to start your moon work, such as setting intentions. So guys, I think that goes pretty well with what I was saying that you should be embracing the release of this pain from this toxic cycle or this painful cycle and starting a like great new cycle. Okay. So Aries, that's what I got for you. I hope you like it. Hope it resonated. Let's see, Taurus. I'm realizing if every sign's gonna be 5 minutes, it's gonna be a long reading. Anyway, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. Something I need to embrace, something I need to release, and something I need to embrace. And 1. All right. Interesting. Taurus, so what you have for what you need to release is a Two of Pentacles, okay? Two of Pentacles is a card of like weighing your options, the pros and cons, and like kind of looking at things more like, what's the way to put it? Kind of like more like stable and like sound and like what's the more stable option and stuff like that. And so as something that you need to release, I don't think you need to release like weighing your options. Obviously, always weigh your options, but I think it's saying that you need to stop being so on the fence about things, right? Like, because you could be sitting there and it could be a decision that, okay, you need to make a decision by the end of the day, and it's like it takes you 5 days to come up with an answer. Okay, it's not good. It's constantly being on the fence and it's taking too long to really weigh your options. I think you should really like learn to go more inward and be more intuitive and really follow like what your gut is saying to you. And the reason I say that is just because me personally, my intuition and following my gut has never led me wrong. It really never has. Okay. Now, there's a difference between ego and gut. So like your ego could be saying one thing, your gut could be saying another thing. You kind of have to learn to distinguish between the two. But I think you should really start using more of your gut here, because your gut will never lead you wrong. Your intuition, right? I say your gut, intuition, same thing. But maybe stop being so on the fence with things and stop juggling things so much. Okay. It also could be that you're juggling too many things at once and it's becoming a burden and it's really throwing you out of balance. Okay. So I think what you need to release is this like imbalance in yourself and like kind of more center yourself and more center yourself and like dial it back a little bit. Maybe stop juggling so many things. Maybe stop being on the fence so much. That's pretty much all I got here. Anyway. But and this is why it's a little tricky, because you're okay, yeah, that goes perfect with what I was saying. Okay, because what you need to embrace here is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a card of like reevaluating, contemplating, and deciding what you want. Cups are emotion. Pentacles are your grounded energies, like grounded, stable things, and like cups are emotional energy. So it's saying you need to release being so grounded and like stable and like logical, and like instead embrace using a little bit of your gut and your emotion. Okay, because that's why I originally was confused, because the release is okay, release juggling and weighing your options, and the embrace is, well, contemplate your options. But it's saying, and just like I just said, you need to embrace using more of your intuition and your gut, what feels right? Not just what looks better, what makes more sense. No, what feels right to you, okay? Go inside, go deep within, follow your intuition on this. What feels right, okay? All right, Taurus. One card for Taurus, please. These cards are huge, and they're really hard to shuffle. Oh, geez. And they're new. I've used them once. So they're really like slidey and slippery. And one more shuffle. All right, Taurus. Waxing crescent moon. Have faith in your dreams. Let's see. Okay. This is going to take me a little while to find. Wait. I almost... Waxing moon, waning moon. Oh God, I'm never gonna find these. There's a lot of moons in here. Wait, what was that? Oh, there it is. All right, have faith in your dreams. Don't give up. The situation you're asking about is still taking shape. You're nowhere near the end of the story. Whatever is happening now is just a step along the way. As they say in the self-help classics, everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. However, the waxing crescent moon card is a reminder that you must still keep working towards whatever it is that you want. If you can't take practical steps, spend time meditating on the question you're asking about and allow your higher self to download information to you about your best next step. Overall, this card suggests there is every reason to be hopeful for a very positive outcome in the situation you're asking about. So keep the faith. What did I say? Embrace using more of your intuition. Go inside for the answers. Stop looking at it so logically and like, oh, well, that one makes more sense. Like, no, what one feels right, right? Your gut is never wrong, I'm telling you. Attuned to the moon. I am focused on what I want. Additional meanings for this card are just because you can't see your dreams, it doesn't mean that they're not manifesting. Don't look back, stay focused on moving forward, be patient as events unfold, and dig a little deeper to find more courage. The teaching of the waxing moon is the waxing crescent moon is the second moon phase in the 8 moon phases. But even if it's not the time of the waxing crescent moon when you pull this card, it still suggests you need to really pursue your dreams. It's the time to put your foot down hard as you chase your goals. So, like I said, use more of your intuition. I love when these line up like that. It's great. Use more of your intuition. Stop looking at it like logically, like, well, this one makes more sense. What one feels right, okay? So, Gemini, what we got? One card they need of something they need to release. One card of something they need to embrace. Gemini, please. Sun, Moon, Rising. Ooh, what are we doing? Okay. Gemini, so what you have is the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is a card of like mentally like you're ready to go and you're like it's almost like you're standing there like ready to go, but you're not going. Okay? It's also a page, so it talks about being naive, right? So maybe it's like, okay, something you need to release is like thinking you're ready to go for something when you really haven't weighed all the options and you really haven't just what's the word? It's kind of like wanting to just dive into something but like not being ready for it. It's like, so when I say the Page of Swords is like naive and isn't, it's because, okay, wow, I can't talk. Mercury retrograde, stop it. Pre-retrograde is like really fucking with me already. So basically, the Page is naive. He's not a king. He's not a queen. He doesn't like know. He's not a queen. He doesn't know all the facts yet. He kind of is just like ambitious and naive, and it's just like, all right, well, I'm just gonna go. Okay. I think this is saying like you need to release just doing that. Okay. You need to stop just jumping from one thing to the next or like jumping straight into something. You need to more like dial it back and be like, okay, well, what is the most logical step here? What do I really need to do here? Okay. Yeah, that's the biggest message I got coming through. Like you need to really like think about what you're planning before you just jump right into it. Think about your next step before you just jump right into it because, oh, well, that looks good. Let me just do that. Like, no, like really think about it. Don't be so naive. Okay. So that's what you need to release is release being so naive and just kind of jumping. You need to really think about it instead. Now, what you need to embrace is the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Ace of Wands is a card of new beginnings. And how do I want to look at this? Ace of Wands in the reverse is something to embrace. So upright, it's a card of new beginnings. In the reverse, it's a card of no new beginnings. Okay? It also is a card of like new ideas and starting a new venture. Okay? Okay, that goes perfect with the Page of Swords and what you need to release. So what you need to embrace is not just jumping into new things. Okay, if this was upright and it was saying like you need to embrace like new beginnings, I would say that like embrace jumping into new things. It's in the reverse. It's saying you need to stop jumping into new things. Okay, you need to really think about these things before you just jump. Um, Embrace not jumping into new things. Embrace taking your time and figuring out what you really want. Um, figure out figure out like all the sides of it. Well, figure out all the like details and like if it's really something that like you want to jump into, or if you're just jumping because like that's what you normally do, and that's just a pattern, right? This new moon, like I said in the beginning, or this full moon, is about like releasing toxic patterns, releasing toxicity from your life, and really jumping into what's in alignment with you and trying to move forward in the most harmonious and like uh, most harmonious way that's for your best alignment, or like for your highest good, right? So you need to release this just jumping into things without really like thinking the facts, and without like really knowing what to do. And you also need to embrace not jumping into the wow. Okay, this is another example where my deck has attitude. Like my deck like will just like repeat the same thing over and over and over and over and over until you get the fucking message. And like trust me, that's why I hate reading for myself, because my deck can be a dick sometimes. I love you. But so really, yeah, embrace not just jumping into new things. Okay? Don't always just take a new beginning, right? You need to really like think about these things first. So I'm not gonna beat that in the like beat a dead horse with that. I'm just gonna pull another card. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. One card for them, please. Gemini, you have full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. Now you guys get to listen to me read. Oh, fun. It's not fun. I suck at reading. All right, full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. Have you been letting your pride become an obstacle? Is the question you're asking based on your ego, or is it from your heart? Leo energy is all about the heart. Think the big-hearted king of the jungle, the lion. Its energy is magnificent, but when it's combined with the rush of the full moon, it can become over the top. This card may have come to you because you need to end a deadlock that has developed. More love and thoughts for the greater good are the solution to this dilemma. If you've not been doing as you would be done by lately, this is a time to find a balance between your own needs and the needs of the people around you. This will help in all your relationships. Attune to the moon. Be magnificent without being plain too much. I told you I suck at reading, so I am sorry. Additional meanings for this card. Self-esteem is good. Vanity is not. Everyone is equally important. Creative urges should be followed. Work some magic. A friendship may be ending now. The teaching. When the full moon comes into... Oh, see, that's a typo. That's not even me, okay? They have, when the full moon comes into in Leo, that's not me. That's the book, okay? Yes. When the full moon comes into Leo, it can be a wonderfully bright time where people feel more confident to show the world their talents and assets. That's the upside of this lunation and of this card, no matter when you pull it. However, take note that the Leo full moon combination creates a sort of tension between your needs and the needs of people in your networks. Leo full moon is a time to release pride. Well, take that message. I'm not going to try and relate it to this because it didn't just like click for me like that. Like the first, I think it was Aries and Taurus. Both of them like really clicked for me and made a lot of sense for me. So maybe this is just a message for one of you Geminis. But if you can resonate it to this, awesome. Oh, okay. Maybe it's a pride thing. You're being too prideful and you're just like, nope, I'm just going to jump in. And you're like, oh, I can handle it. I can do it, blah, blah, blah. And you're not really thinking about it. And you're not really like thinking about how it's going to play out. You're just jumping instead of because like, yeah, you're jumping because you're pride. And you think like, oh, I can handle it. I can do it. Like, this is fine. This is like what I've always done. Like, this just works, right? It's, you need to slow down. You need to stop jumping. Okay? If there's another message in there for somebody, awesome. But anyway, that's what I have for you, Gemini. Oh, this is going to be a long reading. I am in 20 minutes and I've only done 3 signs. Cancer. Something you need to release and something you need to embrace. Ooh. Oh, God. Okay, one more. Much better. All right, Cancer. So what you need to release, you have the 3 of Cups in the reverse. Okay, the 3 of Cups is a card of coming together with friends, celebrations. Really just a card of like having a good time. It's also a card of like reconciliations. That's how I see it. So in the reverse, I could read it a few ways. You need to release trying to keep coming together with people who are out of alignment with you. That's how the first and biggest way I would see it is you need to stop trying to come together with people that are already outdated to you, right? Stop going back to the past because you feel bad or like because you missed the past. Like, no, you need to keep moving forward. And sometimes you don't need to come together with those people, right? They're out of alignment with you and you're not together with them for a reason, right? Another way I could see this is over partying. So 3 of Cups upright can be like a card of partying. In the reverse, it can be like too much partying. So what you would need to release is like going out and like getting drunk all the time, like getting high all the time, like whatever you do, like you need to slow it down and stop partying so much. But on the flip side, I can also see this as you need to get out there more. You need to release turning down invitations to go out. You need to release like constantly staying away from like coming together with people and having fun and like celebrating, like, because some people like to be a hermit and like just stay away from like going out all the time and whatnot, right? So apply it to your situation, apply it to how you are in life, and take whichever message resonates for you, okay? Now, as far as what you need to embrace, you have the Knight of Wands upright. So the Knight of Wands is a card of like fast action, passionate action. It's also a card of like jumping in and out and like going all over. So I think this would kind of go with what I said with you need to stop turning down invitations to go out, and you need to start getting out there and start having fun and enjoying yourself. Like, don't be afraid to let loose a little bit. Ooh, that one made a lot of sense to me, just because I don't mean me personally, I mean like in the reading. Just because this card, like, it's like the horse is like kind of like all over the place. He's like let loose, like wild, like yeah, somebody riding him and he's tame, but like he's wild at the same time, you know what I mean? So like I think you need to embrace like letting out that wild side a little bit, going out, having fun, letting yourself off the reins a little bit. It's also a card of like hooking up and like fucking and whatnot. So I don't know, man. Maybe some of my cancers need to get laid. You know what I'm saying? You should probably go out and get some good D. You know what I'm saying? If you're a girl or if you're a guy, but I personally don't roll that way, so I need some of that V. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think you need to kind of like let yourself have a little fun. Go out and be a little bit more wild, Can I apply it to other situations? Okay, so if you resonated to like not needing to come together with people, where like you need to release, try and go back to certain people, I would take this as like ride solo for a little bit. Enjoy being a hoe, you know what I'm saying? Like, within reason. Don't be too much of a hoe, you know what I'm saying? Come on. He's still got somebody controlling him, okay? So rein it in a little bit. So, yeah. All right. Anyway, Cancer, what we got for the Moonology deck. We'll go to Cancer. All Cancers. Oh, God. These new decks are a pain in the balls to shuffle. I love them. They're great. I'm also not supposed to be shuffling them like this, but this is how I like to shuffle. And one more. Stop it. You have the balsamic. It's not spelt like, is it? Balsamic? Balsamic moon? I don't know, it might be smelled like the dressing, but balsamic moon, a time for healing. Okay. What is that? I'm never going to find that in here. Balsamic moon, balsamic moon. Special moons, right? Yeah, that sounds like special. Bear with me, guys. It's going to take a little while. I don't believe in glossaries. Okay, maybe I should believe in a glossary. Balsamic moon, balsamic moon, balsamic moon. Glossary, you are... whoa, where are you? 8 moon phase. Okay. All right. We're off to something. We're almost... Bam, found it. All right, balsamic moon, a time for healing. Pulling this card suggests that the past is in the past and a bright future is beckoning. What did I say? You don't need to go back to those people in the past. They're not on your path anymore for a reason. That's the first freaking line. Anyway, let's get back to it. Pulling this card suggests that the past is in the past and a bright future is beckoning. However, before you take your next step, make sure that both you and the situation feel healed. This is not the time to paper over cracks or to simply pretend that everything is okay. Rather, you still need a little more time to heal and to soothe both yourself and anyone else in need. Then remind yourself that anything is possible if you believe it. This is also a time to surrender and wait to hear guidance from the universe. Powerful insights can be had. If you know that someone or something really isn't good for you, this card is a reminder to surrender. Start to work on your belief in your dreams so you're ready when the time comes. What did I say? Not everyone's supposed to be in your life anymore. If you know they're not good for you and you got away from them for a reason, stay away. Okay? Attune to the moon. When one is healed, all are healed. Additional meanings are it's time to let go of the past. God, I'm sorry, Cancer. I got it. I feel good about myself when this all makes sense. So, yeah. Thanks. You're about to turn the corner. You need more time to heal. Think about how this situation would look if everyone were healed. The teaching. Patience is required at the time of the balsamic moon. Balsamic. I still find that funny. It's a time for self-care as you slowly but surely prepare yourself for the new moon, which is just around the corner. No matter which point in the current moon cycle you have pulled this card, it's a reminder to go a little bit easy on yourself. The time to step into your creatrix power will come soon enough. Give yourself the time you need. Cancer, take some time to heal. I don't want to keep saying it, but I'm going to say it again because I told you so. You don't always need to go back to the past. You don't need to come together with certain people anymore, okay? They're out of your life for a reason. Remember that, okay? Okay. Glad we had this little chit-chat. Leo. Snapchat. Leo, what's going on for Leo? One card, something they need to release. One card of something they need to embrace. Okay. So, for your embrace, you have similar to Geminis. I believe it was Gemini. Yeah, it was Geminis. So, for your release, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune is like the Wheel of Life. The Wheel of Fortune, sorry. It's like the Wheel of Life. It's the karmic wheel. So what you need to release with this, I think it's like you need to stop trying to control the way the karmic wheel is turning. Okay? Ooh. Okay, so I'm looking at the Sphinx on top here, and I'm also looking at the Devil. Those are the two things that keep popping out here. But I keep seeing the Sphinx here. The Sphinx is in control of the wheel. Okay, that's how the Wheel of Fortune is, right? And the Sphinx is also, it's a cat, right? So, or yeah, cat person thing, whatever it is. Leo, cat, whatever. Stop trying to control the wheel. Stop trying to control which way your life is going. You need to release, like, have the need for control in the situation, or just in life in general. Uh, and also, I think it's saying, like, don't, or you need to release, like, maybe karmic debt, because I don't know, I keep getting pulled to the devil card, or the devil card. There's like a little devil looking dude here. Um, Maybe that could be like manipulation, like you're trying to manipulate the wheel. Um, yeah. So I think it would be trying to say, like, you need to release trying to control and manipulate which way the wheel is going, or like trying to turn the wheel in your favor or something, right? Because you're just going to create more negative karma for yourself, and that's why I keep getting pulled to the devil looking dude here, because you're going to create more negativity for yourself and more karma for yourself because you're trying to control the Wheel of Fortune when the wheel is not controlled by anybody. The universe controls the wheel. So that's something you need to realize. You will never control the wheel, and the more you try to, the more negative shit you're going to put on your own plate. Okay? So what you need to embrace here, and I want to say it's the same message as Gemini. You have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Okay, Ace of Wands is a card of new beginnings and like starting over and like taking on new ventures and shit like that, like a new idea, a new opportunity. Excuse me. But even how I read it for Gemini, it was like Gemini also had that they needed to release jumping from thing to thing to thing. But what I think you need to, they had release jumping from thing to thing, and then embrace not constantly trying to start new things. So I think like your embrace here is again the same message. Like you need to stop trying to start new things, and maybe just focus on like one thing, because this again upright new beginning, starting over, starting new, starting fresh. In the reverse, no new beginning, not starting over. Okay, so maybe it's saying like you don't need to, or yeah, no new beginning, not starting over, not starting something. So maybe it's like you need to release controlling the wheel or trying to control the wheel and embrace not starting over. Embrace not constantly starting new things. Maybe finish what like you started with one thing instead of just trying to start something new. Because I would say if it was in the upright, I would say embrace new beginnings, embrace starting new things, right? But maybe it's saying like you need to finish these things that you started and stop trying to just like turn the wheel and just like get past it and start something else, right? Yeah, I don't know, it's a little confusing there. Finish what you started. Embrace finishing certain goals. Don't just start jumping from goal to goal to goal. Don't start jumping from thing to thing to thing, person. Whatever it is, don't jump to new things, and instead of finish what you started. Okay? Now, I don't mean that in a negative sense. Like if you're in a fucking relationship that like you broke up with the person because it's toxic, don't fucking go back and try and like fix it. Like, no, it's toxic. Get away from it, right? I mean, if you started on like a path to like say a career, and you get discouraged because like things aren't going your way and you're trying to make them go your way and like they're not going your way, so you're just like, fuck this, I'm just gonna drop this. No, stop trying to make it go your way and finish what you started. Okay, you have an obligation, you have a goal, you have somewhere you need to go. Don't just get discouraged because the wheel's not going in your way, because you're never going to control the wheel, so stop trying to control it. Okay, that's all I can really get from that. I hope it made sense to somebody. But one card for Leo. This is such a long reading. I'm not even halfway done. I'm at 35 minutes. My shuffle. Oh, not the last shuffle. Oh. Okay. Now last shuffle. New moon in Leo. Confidence is your key to success. That's funny because not Aries. Gemini also had a Leo. They had the full moon in Leo, and it was saying, "Don't let your pride get in the way." And you have new moon in Leo. Oh, there we go. Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. Oh, I think this is going right here with saying not trying to control the wheel and finish what you started. You need confidence. This card heralds the start of a new cycle for you when you're going to look and feel more gorgeous, more in the spotlight, more like you have something worth showing off. If you want someone's attention, this card's saying it's coming. However, this may not happen all by itself. You have to be willing to do your bit, like I said. That means being proud of who you are and what you have to offer. Think of yourself as the king or queen of the jungle and carry yourself accordingly. This card is also a great open. This card is also a great omen if you're asking about a creative project you're working on. Alternatively, it can herald good news or for a new start for your children. If any of you have children, maybe that's a message for y'all. But like I said, if you start like a career or a project and you get discouraged because it's not going your way, be confident. It will go in your way. Don't just drop it, but stop trying to force the universe to do it how you want it to happen, okay? You have to embrace letting the universe do it how it's going to let it happen, and stop saying, oh, well, if it doesn't happen how I want it to happen, it's not going to happen, so I'm just going to drop it and go somewhere else. No, you have to realize it will happen. Just let it happen the way the universe wants it to happen, okay? But keep at it. Don't just abandon it and go start something new. Excuse me. Attune to the moon. Make time to have fun. Additional meanings for this card are, it's time for you to show the world what you've got. Shine your light. Have some pride. Spoil yourself. You've earned it. You've turned someone's head. The teaching. Leo is a sign of the big and brave-hearted lion of pride and showmanship and flirting. The energy around the new moon in Leo, and therefore around this card, whenever you pick it, is hot and generous. The energy loves itself, and so should you. If you've been too much of a wallflower, this new moon card and the Leo new moon comes as a reminder that you need to be proud of who you are. Be proud of who you are, okay? Remember that. And excuse me because I suck at reading. But anyway, but I'm proud of it. Anyway. All right, so Virgo, what's next? Virgo, what we got for you? 2 cards. One of what they need to release and one of what they should be embracing. Okay, one. I want to like put music in the background, but I know it's going to fuck with the audio. Because I hate just sitting here in silence and I like music. But anyway, it's all for you guys. Virgo. Virgo, what you need to release is being the fool. Or not being a fool. Ooh, Virgo, you need to release holding yourself back and not taking leaps of faith. Okay? I think that's like probably a defense mechanism a lot of people do, is they don't take new leaps of faith because they're afraid. They don't trust the universe. They don't trust the process. They think it's just not going to go the way they want. So they hold themselves back because they're afraid of how it could go. Okay? I don't think that's what you need, because you have here what you need to release is the Fool in the reverse. Okay, if it was upright, I would say you need to release just like, taking so many blind leaps. But no, it's in the reverse. So it's saying like you need to release being afraid to take that leap. You need to stop thinking that every time you like take a leap of faith that it's not going to work out. Okay, if you trust in the universe and trust in your path and you're following your gut, you can do no wrong. Okay, so I want to say embrace taking leaps of faith. Okay. Oh, and this goes perfectly with it. So your embrace card is the 3 of Wands in the reverse. The 3 of Wands upright can be a card of like waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for things to happen for you, waiting things to go your way. Okay. You need to release being afraid to take a chance and take a leap of faith. And you need to embrace not waiting for it and just going and doing it. Okay. Wow. That was super straightforward. Release holding yourself back. and embrace just going for it. Okay? Embrace not waiting for it. Go for it. You want something? Go get it. That was like the clearest thing out of all of them so far. That took me 3 seconds to read. That's awesome. Virgo, very straightforward. I like it. Hopefully the rest of them can be like that. Pull one Moonology Oracle card for Virgo, please. Pretty please. Oh God. These new decks are hard. And one. No, I did not like that one. We're going to do that over. Much better. I'm anal when I shuffle, okay? I'm sorry. Don't judge me. Another one that went perfect with this. Okay, waxing crescent moon. Have faith in your dreams. Stop being afraid to take a leap of faith and stop waiting for it and go after it. Okay? Have faith in your dreams. All right, okay. And I gotta find it. We had this card already. So here it is. Waxing crescent moon. Have faith in your dreams. Don't give up. The situation you're asking about is still taking shape. You're nowhere near the end of the story. Whatever's happening now is just a step along the way. As they say in the self-help classics, everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. However, the waxing crescent moon card is a reminder that you must still keep working towards whatever it is that you want. If you can't take practical steps, spend time meditating on the question you're asking about and allow your higher self to download information to you about your best next step. Overall, this card suggests that there is every reason to be hopeful for a very positive outcome to the situation you're asking about. So keep the faith. Attuned to the moon. I am focused on what I want. Additional meanings for this card. Just because you can't see your dreams, it doesn't mean they're not manifesting. Don't look back. Stay focused on moving forward. Be patient as events unfold. Dig a little deeper to find more courage. The teaching. The waxing crescent moon is the second moon phase in the The waxing crescent moon is the second moon phase in the 8 main moon phases, but even if it's not the time of the waxing crescent moon when you pull this card, it still suggests that you really need to pursue your dreams. It's time to put your foot down hard as you chase your goals. Don't be afraid to take leaps of faith. Don't wait for it. Go for it. That was fucking perfect. Virgo, this was the easiest read I've had so far. Thank you. Do it. Just chase your dreams. Go for it. Don't be afraid to take a leap of faith, okay? And don't wait for it. Stop waiting. Go for it. I'm telling you that right now. It'll work out. I swear to you. If everything will be okay. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. I say that all the time, and I love that quote. All right. Libra, one card of release, one card of embrace. Please and thank you, Spirit. Oh, stop it. I don't know what the song that is, but it's stuck in my head. All right, Libra, I think this is very straightforward as well. You're like Virgo. Virgo's was super straightforward. Okay, so what you need to release, you have the 3 of Cups in the reverse. I forget who had this already, but I came up with a bunch of different meanings for that it could possibly be. But looking at your embrace card, you have the Hermit in the reverse, so I already know what this is. You need to stop turning people down so much to go out and have fun, okay? What you need to release, it's the 3 of Cups in the reverse, which is like, the 3 of Cups is a card of coming together, like celebrations, having fun, going out, doing these things, right? In the reverse, it's like turning down those ideas or those like offers and being like, no, I'm just gonna stay in, like, no, I don't want to go out, blah, blah, blah. It could also be like over drinking or over partying. It could be card of like three's a crowd or like shit like that. But I'm not seeing it like that because your advice card or your embrace card is the Hermit in reverse, coming out of isolation. So if your release card is rejecting offers and rejecting going out and hanging out with friends, and your embrace card is coming out of isolation, I think it's a pretty clear message that you need to stop turning down these opportunities to go out and have fun and socialize and do things and come together with friends and family and random people and like making friends and shit like that. And you need to embrace going out And stop being such a hermit. Stop being such a loner. Stop staying in on a Friday night when like all your friends are going out and doing something and they all invite you and you're like, hey, let's do something. Or if you don't even have a lot of friends, or if like people don't invite you out places, fucking make some friends. It's very easy. Walk up to a random person and be like, hey, I'm Dan. How are you? Nice to meet you. What are you doing this week? You want to hang out? You want to be a friend? Like, it really is that simple. Trust me. If you came up to me and were just like, hey, my name is Bill. What's your name? I'd be like, hey, I'm Dan. What's up? How are you? And I'd be a little confused. And then they'd be like, oh, I just figured, introduce myself. I'm like looking to make some new friends. I'd be like, oh, cool. What's up, Bill? What are you up to? Like, what are you about? Right? It's really easy to make friends. Believe it or not. Trust me, I have to tell myself that sometimes because I get very like shy and like, I don't want to go talk to them. They're scary. But like, yeah, believe it or not, I'm like that sometimes. But when I'm hyper and having fun, like I don't give a shit. I'll talk to anybody. So yeah, embrace going out. Embrace not being that fucking loner anymore. Okay, go out, have fun, do all the fun, exciting things with people. Okay. All right, what do we got? Libra, give me one card. Oh, Jesus. What is happening? Stop it. Jesus Christ. Jeepers crisp. Cards going everywhere. All right, full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Lovely. Full moon in Capricorn. Up. Right. Sure. All right. Full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. How hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you that effort is required. I don't know what the rest of this says, but I'm just saying, like, I literally just said, stop turning down these offers and embrace going out. That requires effort. Just saying. Anyway. This card is reminding you that effort is required. Work issues may be about to come to a head when this card comes up. If you are wondering if you should stay in your job or leave, this card can be a strong sign to make an exit. The end of a rough time is forecast. This card also asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whether you're prepared to pull out all the stops to make your professional dreams come true without being ruthless. With a love question, this card can be a call to face reality. Whatever situation you're asking about, making a plan will help. If your personal life is troubled, prioritize it. Attune to the moon. Release control and trust the universe. Additional meanings for this card. A professional project may be ending now. Admit if you have been overly hard-headed or hard-nosed. Find a balance between your personal and private lives. It's time to stop fearing the worst. The teaching. The full moon in Capricorn has a very strong work ethic and energy and will more than likely come up when you're asking a professional question. If your question is about another matter, it will serve as a much-needed reminder to move through any feelings of hopelessness you may have been feeling about your situation, and this applies no matter when you draw this card. Making a plan is a far better use of your time. So, get out of that feeling of hopelessness, like you always have to like reject these offers and like be alone, and embrace going out and having fun and enjoy yourself, okay? You don't need to stay in every night of the week, right, after work and be like, oh, well, I work in the morning. You can go out and have dinner with a couple friends. You can go out and get 2 or 3 drinks with a couple friends. Like, you don't need to just isolate yourself from everyone, okay? Whatever tough cycle you've been going through, and this doesn't have to apply to these 2 things. It can, or to your release and embrace. It could apply to anything. The end of the tough cycle is approaching. So have faith in that. Find solace in that. All right, Scorpio. Oh my God, no, baby, I am so sorry. Oh, look at that, the world card. I'm so sorry. All right, Scorpio. What's going on? Let's see, 1 card for release, 1 card for embrace, please and thank you. I just realized, you can probably hear that little squeak I just made. Anyway. Fun stuff. Scorpio. This one's going to be confusing. I'm going to tell you that right now. All right, Scorpio, what you need to release, here's the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, okay, that one's pretty straightforward. A lack mentality. You need to release having this lack mentality and this like poverty mindset, okay? Um, right? Yeah. So you have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Um, Five of Pentacles is a card of like feeling left out in the cold, um, feeling isolated. It's really like feeling left out in the cold, and just like feeling like pushed out. All right. And in the reverse, it's like a lack mentality. It's a victim mentality. It's negativity. It could also be like coming in from the cold. But if this is something you need to release, okay, I could see it this way. If it's something you need to release and coming into the cold, coming in from out of the cold is something that you need to release, then I would say that as like, if you shut someone out or someone shuts you out, you don't need to come back into good terms with them, or you don't always need to. Okay. So you need to release thinking that you need to come out of the cold from them and you need to like fix things and this and that and like come back into a warm and happy situation, because it may not be a warm, happy situation, right? But if it's not that, I would say you need to release this victim mentality and this poverty mindset that like you're always a victim, or that like you're always getting the short end of a stick and always being left out in the cold, always getting the shit end of life, right? You need to release that because it's not working your highest good. And in this new moon phase, or this full moon in Aries and like coming to the new moon cycle, you're going to want to release that because it will just bring up negative karma for you. Okay? And okay, so what you need to embrace here, you have justice in the reverse, and that the fact that I just said karma made so much sense to me. So justice is a card about like fairness, equality. It's also a card of karma. Excuse me. Ugh. Oh, this is so perfect. Okay, I'm not confused anymore. Karma, right? If you need to embrace, and you have it in the reverse, so what you need to embrace here is stop trying to do karma's work for it. Okay? I think that's a perfect message here for you. So like say like you need to release like wanting to come out of the cold from someone. Like maybe someone made you feel like left out in the cold and you're like, oh, like, well, I'm gonna fix this just to hurt them again. A real spiteful energy. Scorpios can be like that. Do not take offense. I am a Scorpio Venus. Trust me. I know we can fucking be like that. Okay? And if you have Scorpio anywhere in your chart, you probably have spiteful tendencies, whether you acknowledge it or not. There are probably certain things you do that like you try and like kind of like do like get back, what's the word? Do karma's work for it. Or like when somebody wrongs you, like you want to maybe not necessarily get revenge, but like kind of take a little jab at them and just be like, hey, well, you hurt me. Hey, you hurt me. Like, right? Don't do that. You need to get out of this lack mentality, like get out of this mentality, feeling left out in the cold, and you need to embrace letting karma do its own job. Okay? Let the universe do karma for you. You don't have to give somebody karma, or you don't have to, like, if you feel wronged by somebody, you don't have to get back at them. The universe will get back at them, and I assure you that. Okay? I know plenty of friends and plenty of situations where I've been wronged and I literally watched somebody go through their karma and I was just like, sucks, don't it? Like, trust me, you don't need to do karma's work for it. Let the universe do it. It will. Everyone gets their karma. There's no outrunning karma. I assure you that. Okay? Okay, Scorpio. One card. Yeah, so release that lack mentality and embrace letting the universe do karma. Okay? Letting the universe deal with karma instead of you dealing with karma. One card for Scorpio, please. These cards are so hard to shuffle. Oh, Jesus. Oh, this came out for somebody else. Confidence is key to your success. New moon in Leo. This actually came out for Leo. I think this did come out for Leo. Okay. Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. This card heralds the start of a new cycle for you, when you're going to look and feel more gorgeous, more in the spotlight, more like you have something worth showing off. If you want someone's attention, this card says, it's coming. However, this may not happen all by itself. You have to be willing to do your bit. That means being proud of who you are and what you have to offer. Think of yourself as the king or queen of the jungle and carry yourself accordingly. This card is also a great omen if you're asking about a creative project you are working on. Alternatively, it can herald good news or a new start for your children. If you have children, maybe it's a message for them. Attune to the moon. Make time to have fun. Additional meanings for this card. It's time for you to show the world what you've got. Shine your light. Have some pride. Spoil yourself. You've earned it. You've turned someone's head. The teaching is, Leo is the sign of the big and brave-hearted lion of pride and showmanship and flirting. The energy around the new moon in Leo, and therefore around this card whenever you pick it, is hot and generous. The energy loves itself, and so should you. If you've been too much of a wallflower, this new moon card and the new moon, or the Leo new moon, comes as a reminder that you need to be proud of who you are. So, I think this goes perfectly with the releasing the lack mentality and the poverty mindset and thinking maybe you're not good enough, right? Be confident in who you are, because trust me, you're enough. You're more than enough. I assure you that. If you don't feel it, I love you. Okay, let me just send you my love through the camera right now. You are good enough. My camera is also really screwed up right now, or crooked, and it's gonna fall anyway. Be confident in who you are and know that you are worth it. You don't have to feel this negative mentality and this lack mindset, and also be confident in karma. Be confident that karma will be served, and you don't have to be the one serving it. Trust me, the universe will take care of it. Embrace that. All right, Sagittarius. What's coming off of my Saggies? Sagittarius, one card, what they need to release. One card of what they need to embrace. Sagittarius. I like sitting back now. I realized I always lean forward when I'm doing videos. It's so much nicer sitting back. This is comfy. Anyway, sorry. I'm enjoying my life real quick. Ooh. All right, Sag, just pretty straightforward. I think you need to drop, it could be ego, okay? What you need to release, because you have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a card of like confidence, victory. In the reverse, it's usually ego, so maybe not ego here, but okay, maybe it's the need to like always be the winner, okay? Confidence, victory. What is it? What's the other meaning? There's another one. I know ego is in the reverse, but this is upright, so I really don't want to say it's ego. Okay, I want to say, like, you need to release always having to be the victor, always having to show people, like, it is an ego thing too. So you need to, like, stop with the ego, stop showing people that, like, you're always the victor. You also need to stop trying to always be the victor, right? Sometimes you don't need to be the winner. Sometimes there doesn't need to be a winning situation. Sometimes you just need to drop it, right? Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. And so what you need to embrace here is the world in the reverse. I'm going to take this two ways. They go hand in hand. The world in the reverse talks about, like, unfinished business and, like, an incomplete cycle. It also talks about finding personal closure. So I think what you need to embrace is leaving things unfinished and stop thinking that you need to go back to finish it. Like, that can go hand in hand with what you need to release. Like, stop thinking that you need to go back to like win a situation. Like, say you got into an argument and, like, you just let this person win and you just dropped it. And you just found your own personal closure. That would be the perfect way to go about it, okay? But in what this is saying here, like, it's like you get into an argument with somebody and you just constantly replying, like, constantly, like, answering or what's the way to put it? Having to get the last word, because, like, no, I need to win. I need to get everything out. I need to say, like the last word. I need to be the one on top here, right? You don't. Release that need to always being the one to be the one on top and be the one to say the last word, and embrace just letting that cycle like be unfinished. It doesn't need to be finished. You can just find that personal closure within yourself to drop that cycle, right? Drop that argument. You don't need to say, like, I know I'm a Sagittarius, so this is perfect advice for me. I know when I get hurt by someone, I have a tendency to want to say the last word. So it's like, you hurt me, but I'm also going to say the last word, so you know what's up. Like that's how I can be. Trust me, I know. And I always would rather like say the last word to kind of feel like I finished it when like that's not needed. Okay. Sometimes you really just have to drop it, and you really have to drop it and just embrace that. Like, it doesn't need to be finished, whether you feel it's unfinished business or not. It doesn't always need to be finished. It can just be dropped. Okay. And that's definitely something I've realized in the past couple of weeks. And this new moon energy, trust me, is smacking me in the face, but it's a great thing. When you release this, it'll be a lot better for you. Trust me. Like, feel a lot better for me. Like, I feel like I'm like learning lessons, right? So embrace leaving things unfinished, embrace finding that personal closure, and release the need to always have the last word and like feel like you're the winner in the situation. Okay. You don't always need to be the winner. All right, Sagittarius. What we got for Saggies? One card. Okay, I can't shuffle. That's cool. Stop it. Oh my goodness. They're going everywhere. The new decks are so hard to shuffle. They're really slippery, and these cards are really big. Okay. Oh, Jesus. I shuffle. All right, beautiful. Ooh, new moon. A new start is coming. Oh. Sorry, there's a text message. What is it? New moon, new moon, new moon. I passed it. Where is it? There it is. All right. New moon. A new start is coming. There is a yes coming your way. That's such a good thing to hear. I'm a Sagittarius. I hope this resonates for you guys. This makes me feel good. There's a yes coming your way. This is one of the most auspicious cards in the deck. It's totally positive and suggests something new and exciting is developing. The situation you're asking about is blessed, and you are on target to achieve your goals. The message from the universe is that you're starting all over again in some way, be that on a new or better course, or just feeling more positive about achieving your desired outcome. If you've been feeling stagnant, this card reminds you that life goes in cycles, and you're moving into a new cycle now. This is the time to wipe the slate clean. If the situation you asked about has become toxic, either that will clear up now or something totally new and fresh is on its way. Attuned to the moon. I'll see it when I believe it. What? Well, I'm not questioning it. That's what it says. I'll see it when I believe it. Oh, okay. I read that backwards. I said it out loud as I'll see it when I believe it, but in my head I read it as I'll believe it when I see it. And I was like, that's kind of negative. No, but that's a great way to look at it. I'll see it when I believe it. Believe that this new start is coming, and believe me, it will show itself to you. Anytime you are questioning the universe or questioning a situation, just tell the universe, show me. Show me what I have to do to move this forward. Show me what's coming for me. Show me how amazing your blessings can be, and show me how amazing you can be and how surprising and everything. Show me. Okay. Additional meanings for this card. A new start is on its way. You will soon start to feel more hopeful about getting what you want. Your belief that your dreams can manifest is working well. Forget about the past. The teaching. The new moon marks the start of the waxing cycle and the midpoint of the dark moon. It's a dark and veiled time when the moon is invisible, and a time of rebirth. It's a time that witches do their work, making wishes and laying down their intentions for the new cycle. It's an intensely magical time when it's easier to pierce the veil to other worlds. So I think this goes very well with the world card in the reverse and leaving things unfinished and just finding your personal closure with it, because a new start's coming. You don't need to have closure with everything, and you're never guaranteed closure. So trust me, learn to find personal closure, and learn some things just need to be left undone, or left how they are. Like whether they feel finished or not, just leave it. Okay? Because a new start is coming. And I don't know about you, but reading that just made me hopeful as hell. It made me real happy. Okay? And I'm happy that's coming for other Sagittarius as well. We deserve it. We deserve happiness. Everyone deserves happiness, right? Hey, you go over there too. Hey, whoa. Cards, what are you doing? Okay. Capricorn. This is such a long video. Hour and 4 minutes. That's cool. Not like I'm doing anything. I don't have a life or anything. I really don't. Not much anymore. It's okay. All right. Capricorn, 3. 2. And 1. Beautiful. All right. Capricorn. Oh, Lord, here we go. All right. No, it's not that at all. I'm just tired. So what you need to release, you have the 4 of Pentacles. I think you need to release, it could be one of 2 ways. Either holding on to things too tightly that could end up, ooh, why am I just noticing that? Okay. Ooh. Okay. Holding on to things to your detriment. Holding on to things to where it's really fucking you up and it's hurting you. Okay? That's one way I'm seeing it. Because I've seen this card so many times. One thing I'm just noticing now, ow, eyes, stop hurting. Why are you doing this? One thing I'm just noticing, look at that black shadow around him. That looks ominous as fuck. And you can't see, or maybe you can. See how his eyes are red? His eyes are red. It's like holding on to something to your own detriment, to the point where like you're fucking bleeding out of your eyes because something, ow, what is in my eye now? Oh my God, stop it. Holding on to something to where it just becomes toxic. Like you need to release it. Okay, yeah. Like it's overwhelming with toxicity because you refuse to let it go, and it's something that probably should have been let go a long time ago. And that's where I think the red eyes come in. You know, when you're fucking like super overtired, your eyes get red as shit, right? That's this. He's been holding on to it for so long, like afraid to let go. Like he's not getting any sleep. He's just like, no. Like, no, I need to stay awake and protect this. Like, no, like stop. You don't need to hold on to this. You need to release it. Okay? You need to stop holding on to things that are no longer benefiting you. And that's your big release here, is releasing things that are why? Stop, please, eyeball. You are hurting me, and I don't appreciate it. Oh my God. You need to release holding on to things that are no longer benefiting you. Okay? Now, the other way that I was going to say it was you need to stop being so guarded. And that could also be it, but... oh God, my eye. Capricorn, I am sorry. I am dying right now. Why? What did I get in my eye? What happened? This is gonna suck. I have 3 more signs to do. 2 more signs to do. Okay. What you need to embrace is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I think that's saying that not every opportunity is for you. Because the Ace of Pentacles in reverse talks about missing an opportunity. And so I think that's saying like what you should embrace is realizing that not everything is for you, not every opportunity is for you, and you don't have to accept everything that's being offered to you. Like, what's a good example? Okay, here's a good example. In a love sense, okay? Say you are very like picky when it comes to people, or like people that you want to be with. But if somebody, like you haven't been in a relationship in a while and you haven't dated anyone in a while, then all of a sudden somebody who like you're not even slightly interested in comes along and asks you out, and it's just like, hey, like, will you be my boyfriend or will you be my girlfriend? And you're just like, okay, yeah, sure, you know, I haven't had anybody in a while, so yeah, okay. Like, no, that's not healthy. One, that's compromising your standards and your not standards, morals, because like maybe like you like a certain kind of person, and somebody who literally is the complete opposite, and somebody who like you don't like anything about them or like their morals and who they are, and like you're just like, yeah, sure, I haven't had anything in a while, so yeah, let me just start dating this person. Like, no, I think you need to embrace like realizing that like some things are not meant for you, and just because it's offered to you doesn't mean you need to take it. right? So embrace missing some opportunities. If it doesn't feel right, if it's not what you're looking for, don't go for it. There's no reason to, you know? And remember, you need to release this holding on or this guarding, okay? Because it's not working for you at all, okay? Um, oh, and another way I can see this with the guarding part is like maybe maybe like you're not ready. And again, in a relationship sense, I read love tarot, so like I like to like relate it to that. Maybe you're staying super guarded, and like somebody comes along and offers you a relationship, but you haven't healed from your last relationship. You're still holding on to that last relationship, and you're guarding yourself, and you're not ready for new love. But like you're just like, yeah, sure, okay, yeah, sure, okay. Like I'll date this new person. Okay, it's there. Let me take the offer. Yeah, it's saying like you need to release holding on to the past, and you need to release being so guarded. But you also need to acknowledge that you don't have to take every single offer. Ooh, hiccups. Every single offer that comes through to you. Okay, if you're not ready, you're not ready. Plain and simple. Just because it's there doesn't mean another one won't come. It doesn't mean it won't be there later. You know. So anyway, Capricorn, that's what I got for you. Let's see about your Moon Oracle card. One card for Capricorns, please. I just realized how that resonates with someone. And last one. Not last one. You see that? When it does that, it's not the last one. Oh god, oh god, oh god. What are we doing? A lot of cards. Big cards. Jesus. Okay. Okay. You have new moon in Pisces. Meditate and contemplate. I think this goes really good with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and what you need to embrace. You need to meditate and contemplate on whether you really want that offer or not, whether that offer is really suited for you or not. But anyway, nonetheless, I'm going to go read what it actually says instead of just giving you what I think about it. Boom. New Moon in Pisces, meditate and contemplate. This card speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. It suggests there's a new start coming your way that's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. There could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had before and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're onto a good thing, then wish hard because the words of your soul and your heart could help bring about the manifestation of your dreams. If all that sounds a little wet and watery, then that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and the new moon in Pisces card can suggest a last-ditch chance to make your dreams come true. Attune to the moon. Use your feelings to guide your way. Logic won't work right now. Additional meanings for this card. Face your fears. They may be holding you back. The situation is being healed. It's time to surrender to the divine. Chant Om Namo Narayani. The book says it, okay? Chant it. It will help for you to surrender, and it'll help you let go. Anyway, avoid being deceptive and willingly deceived. You don't always have to take every offer that's there. You could be deceiving yourself or could be being deceived by someone else. The teaching. Pisces is a sign of reveries and mysteries, or depths of emotion, idealism, and hopeless romantics. It is the sign of water and the unconscious. Its energy is deep, like watery depths. The new moon in Pisces indicates a time to listen to your feelings and to allow your emotions free rein. Whatever you're feeling as you pull this card is more likely than the truth. Is more likely than the truth, unless you've been kidding yourself somehow, and only you know if that's the case or not. So Pisces, I think that was pretty good with this. Meditate and contemplate on what it is you really want. You don't always have to jump into every situation. You got to realize that you need to heal. Like if you're not ready for something, it's because you haven't healed. So take the time to heal, right? And also release, and don't deceive yourself by holding on to something thinking it's going to be different when really like it's just hurting you in the end. Okay? I think that was pretty good. Aquarius. What we got for Aquarius? 2 cards. Oh, Aquarius. Something they need to release. Oh, stop it. And something they need to embrace. Aquarius, 2 cards. Something they need to release and something they need to embrace, please. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus, stop it. 2 more shuffles. Why are you complicated? That shuffle. There we go, much better. All right, Aquarius, so what you have for what you need to release is the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. 7 of Pentacles is a card of like planting your seeds, watering it, and waiting for it to grow, and like putting in work towards something to reap the rewards. In the reverse, it's like it can either be not putting effort in it anymore, or it can be the negative sides of it and like seeing like, oh, you know, it bloomed, but not the way I wanted it to, right? Oh, and that makes sense. Okay. So maybe it's a need to release like expectations on things, like certain expectations of how things are going to go, because this card, like he's looking at like the trees and like his plant and how it grew, but like his face says he's not satisfied with how it is, right? So maybe it's saying like you need to release having expectations for certain things to go a certain way, because it's never going to go that way. And like that's not healthy for you. Yeah, hang on. I knew someone was going to come home while I was doing this. So it's a need to like release an expectation of how things should be going and how things should play out, right? What's another way? Is there another way? Or it could also be like when things aren't your going way, or when things aren't going your way, you just drop it. And you need to release that, because that's a negative thing. Like just because things aren't going your way, it doesn't mean you need to abandon the situation as a whole. The universe will make things come about in the way that it sees fit, and that doesn't always play up to your expectations of it. So this again goes along with the expectations. Just because something doesn't happen the way you want it, or something doesn't turn out the way you want it, doesn't mean you have to abandon it overall, okay? So what you have for the embrace is a 2 of Wands upright. And right away, I like took this, like, before I even started speaking, when I looked at it, I took it as like, pick something and stick to it, okay? Ow, Jesus, that hurt. I have a cut on my hand and I just hurted it. Ouch. So I think it's, my mother, playing with the dog. So like what it's saying to embrace is like, pick something and stick to it, and like go with it, and don't just drop it. Because hang on. All right, sorry guys, I'm back. Just had to get the dog to settle down. But yeah, so I think it's saying embrace like picking an idea and sticking to it, because that idea could really lead to like something amazing. Because if you see here, he has two things, or 2 wands in, well, one's behind him, 2 wands that he can choose from, and he chooses this one. And in the other hand, he doesn't pick the other wand, he has the world in his hand. So it's like he has the world of possibilities. So it's like embrace sticking to one idea, because it could lead to a world of possibilities, and it could lead to an amazing situation, right? So release having expectations and dropping things when they don't turn out the way you want them to, and embrace sticking or picking one idea and taking that to the fullest extent, like taking that as far as it can go, like really what's the word, investing like as much as you can into it, because it really could lead to like a world of possibilities, right? All right, let's see what we have for the Moon Oracle. 1 card for Aquarius, please. Wow, that's so perfect. That is so perfect. I love how that works out. First quarter moon, your commitment is being tested. What did I say? Something you need to embrace or something you need to release is just dropping something when it doesn't go the way that you want it to. Okay? You need to embrace picking one thing and sticking to it. Because guess what? Your commitment is being tested right now. Okay, let's read what it says. First quarter moon, first quarter moon, first quarter moon. There we go. First quarter moon, your commitment is being tested. There could be some challenges along your way, or coming your way, but they're just the universe's way of testing you. The first quarter moon calls you to face any hurdles with confidence. What do you actually think is possible? If you believe you can do it, then you probably can. If you spend your life affirming that something is too big for you to surmount, it probably is. See how it works? Do you believe your dreams will come true, or have you secretly already given up? Showing some commitment now will help you move towards your desired outcome. What you believe to be true is true for you, so believe in yourself. Attuned to the moon, I am committed to my dreams and move towards them with confidence. Additional meanings for this card. The answer to your question is yes, but not yet. You are halfway to your goal. You still need to put in a bit more effort. Sometimes we just need to realize how much we want something. You need to recommit to someone or something. The teaching. In the lunar cycle, the first quarter moon comes between the new moon and the full moon. It's a time when sun and moon are at a hard astrological angle to each other, and this can prompt a small crisis. No matter when you pull this card, you need to see any dramas as a stepping stone to where you want to be. It can also be a time when you need to stay strong through a storm. I think that goes perfectly with these two cards here. You need to realize you can't just abandon something because things are getting hard or things aren't turning out the way you want, okay? Because it's just a test from the universe, okay? What you want is coming. Embrace picking what you have or embrace picking one thing and sticking with it because you really do have a world of possibilities. Oh, I just hiccups. You really do have a world of possibilities in your hand if you stick with that one thing, okay? Awesome, beautiful reading. Pisces. What we got for Pisces? Two cards for Pisces, one for what they need to release, one for what they need to embrace, please. All right, Pisces, so what you have the Magician for what you need to release. So the Magician is a card of manifestation. It talks about using all the tools in your ability to manifest a situation, okay? I'm trying to see, there's a couple ways I can read it. It can be a card of manipulation. It's usually in the reverse is read as manipulation. But I'm also going to throw this up here now because it could be a message for someone. You need to release trying to manipulate situations because you're going to end up it's going to end up turning out bad for you and you're going to end up bringing some negative karma into your life. Don't try and manipulate situation. Sure, if you're trying to manifest a situation, that's one thing. But I know people that can tend to try and manifest something and then when they see it start going their way, then they start manipulating it a little bit to make it go more their way. And it's no, don't do that. You need to just keep trying to manifest and the universe will make it come the way that it's supposed to so that it's healthy and that it's balanced and that it's good, right? So don't try and manipulate situations. That's one thing you need to release is trying to manipulate things to go in your favor. Now, another way I could see this is there might be certain situations that you need to try and stop manifesting, okay? Because I can read this in two ways. A, you might be manifesting negative thoughts and negative things because you're keeping a negative mentality. So you're manifesting those things into your life and they're turning out bad for you, okay? B, you could be trying to manifest things that you already know are not good for you, okay? And it's you're trying to manifest, what is that? Is that a snake? Okay, and this goes right with what I was just about to say. You probably can't see it, but it looks like if you zoom in, and the camera probably doesn't do it justice, there is two eyes on here, and it looks like the head of a snake biting its own tail. And it looks like that is what his belt is on his robe. And I've never noticed that before. That's awesome. So was gonna go with what I just was about to say is stop trying to manifest situations that you know are not good for you because you're just gonna end up biting yourself in the tail, right? You're chasing something that you think you want, and as soon as you get it, you're just putting yourself in a negative situation. You're biting your own tail. Okay? Stop chasing things that you know aren't good for you. Stop trying to manifest things that you know are not good for you and that you know are not in your best interest. Okay? That's what you need to release is chasing things that are not in your best interest and trying to manipulate things to go your way when again it's not in your best interest. What you need to embrace is Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is taking like slow, tangible, logical, stable steps towards your goal. Okay, Knight of Pentacles is the slowest of the knights, but he's smart. He's calculated. Every step he takes is, again, calculated, logical, stable. He knows what he's doing. Like he's very cautious when he moves forward. Okay, so you need to embrace taking slow, tangible steps towards what it is that you want instead of just trying to manifest and manipulate and like get something that you know isn't end up gonna be what you want or ends up biting you in the ass, literally. Um, literally doesn't have to be literally, figuratively. Um, but embrace taking those slow steps, okay, and slow calculated steps, and making sure like every step you take is the right one. Do I really want to go this way? Do I really want to go that way? Do I really want to go here? Do I really? Oh, no, too much. Back up. Okay, here. Slow, calculated. Embrace that. Okay. So that's what I got for that. Let's see. What is your Moon Oracle card? Moon Oracle card for Pisces. Oh, geez, this card's flying out all over the place. Moon Oracle card for Pisces, please. And last shuffle. All right, new moon in Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead. Oh, wow, I opened right to it. That's awesome. New moon in Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead. This card will often come up when you're inquiring about a financial matter or when you're doubting your self-worth. The card suggests you can have what you want, including material things, but you must believe in yourself. This comes down to the laws of attraction. Value yourself and others will value you too. You can create abundance. Taurus is associated with luxurious Venus, and this card holds the new moon energy, so now is a good time to make a 12-month financial plan. This card can also signal the start of a new relationship or of sexier times. If you've been wrestling with something for a long time, the new moon in sturdy Taurus is a sign not to give up just yet. Attune to the moon. Get or give a massage. Healthy body, healthy mind. Additional meanings for this card. You will soon be able to afford the thing you're dreaming of. Getting clear on what you value most will help you find peace. Take time out to pamper yourself. Start a standing order to a savings account, no matter how small. The teaching is we often feel that it's somehow wrong to focus on our finances, but the truth is that money can make life far more comfortable from a physical point of view. Taurus knows this, and the new moon in Taurus is the time to work your magic to create the money you want, so you can have the creature. Oh, I can't read. So you can have the creature comforts you want. Remember though that someone else is still wishing for what you already have. So that talks about being. That last line talks about being grateful for where you are in the process of trying to manifest something new. But this line right here, getting clear on what you value most will help you find peace. That goes along with the like needing to release the magician, where it says, stop trying to manifest situations that are going to bite you in the ass, or stop trying to manipulate situations because it's going to end up fucking you over in the end. Really figure out what it is you want. Okay, and that's why I say stop trying to manifest things that aren't in your highest interest. If you're choosing to manifest like someone from your past that like you know is toxic, you know like it didn't work out at all and like for a reason, like stop trying to manifest them back into your life. Okay? Sorry if that's a hard truth, but it's healthy. Or it's healthy to not do that. It's unhealthy to keep trying to bring them in when you know like you're just gonna end up hurting yourself again. Okay? And this talks about again like believe in yourself, This card suggests you can have what you want, including material things, but you have to believe in yourself. This comes down to law of attraction. Value yourself and others will value you too. You can create abundance. Okay? You need to believe in yourself with every step that you take and stop just going forward and just trying to manifest like whatever it is that you want, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, you need to really think about this and believe in what it is that you want and find out what you truly want. So that way you can take slow, tangible steps to get to what it is that you want, right? I think that card works pretty well with this. Okay. And like, it could be like prosperity lies ahead. You could be afraid that like you're trying to manifest this situation back in because you think like without it, you won't find anything good. You won't find anything abundant, right? Whether it's a person or a situation, right? But this is a reminder that prosperity lies ahead, not in the past. So drop the past. Stop trying to manifest a situation that you know is harmful to you and manifest something new and better. Find out what it is that you truly want. Okay? So Pisces, that's what I have for you. If anyone made it this far in the video and watched all of the signs, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's a long fucking video. I hope it resonated. Again, these are general messages, so they're not going to resonate to everyone. If you could, please like, share, comment, and like all that fun stuff. I'd really appreciate it if you liked the video. If not, that's fine. You don't have to do any of that. And even if you did like the video, you don't have to do any of that. But I would greatly appreciate it if you did. Again, if you would like a personal reading, feel free to send me an email at grizzlytarot@gmail.com or go ahead and look at the description down below and check that out. So anyway, you guys be good, and I'll see you in the next video.